Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jesper and today we are going to talk about an eyelash curler. We are going to talk again about an eyelash curler. We are going to talk again about one from Japan. So an Japanese eyelash curler. And the one we are going to look at today is from the brand called Suqqu. I hope I say it correctly. It is a Japanese and it should be something like Suqqu. So how does it perform if we compare it to something else? And what will I compare it to? Because there are various eyelash curlers I have here that we could compare it to. So we have the Kevyn Aucoin one. So this is this one here. And then there is a Tweezerman one, that is this one here. And we have already done reviews on those, which you can see up here. But then we have another one which is relatively famous, and that is the one here from Surratt. And that is, I'm pretty sure you know, very expensive. So one other one that we could compare it to is another Japanese one, and that is this one here called Shu Uemura. So I have compared this one here from Shu Uemura with the one from Surratt. So if you would like to see that video, you can see it up here. So what I thought I would do today is I would compare two Japanese eyelash curlers. So today we will look at this one here from Suqqu, and then we will look at this one here from Shu Uemura. So how does this one here from Suqqu look? Well, if we unbox it, some people like to see an unboxing, so this is for you, and it sounds like this, like that, and then we can make it a sort of sound. The first thing when I took it out, if I compare it to the one from Shu Uemura, is that as I have discussed with some in the comments box, is that this one is a little bit, I would say, flimsy. It seems a little bit cheap. So this one here, which is the Suqqu one, the first thing I noticed was that it is much more heavy metal. This is more heavy duty stuff. So if we compare it to something else that is heavy duty as well, that I would say this one here from Surratt. That is kind of like you get a feeling of good quality. So if I just take them, I think this is much heavier than this one a little bit. So the first thing I noticed was this big part up here. So this part here, if you compare it to the other one, so why does it have this thing up here? I'm not quite sure why it has that, but it does have some sort of effect when you are using it. So they kind of like look pretty similar, but this one is definitely better quality, and also if you use this one here, it is very small for the fingers, and this one here is much bigger. So when I used it, I would say the difference when I used this one here, the Shu Uemura one, was that it felt like it was for small eyes, very petite eyes. So this one here felt like it was for very large eyes. So apparently I have eyes in between, or that's how it feels. So when I tried this one, and we will try and see how it performs in a moment. But if you take this one and then you put it up to your eyes, you will immediately feel that it just feels very big. And these parts here, they kind of like presses very much. If you see it here and here, they kind of like make quite an impact when you are trying to put it onto your eye. So what you should try and do, and which is also kind of like helping you to do it the correct way, because you don't want to curl your eyelashes in a way that you're holding it way too much like this. You want it to be held like this, and then this part here actually kind of like helps a little bit, because it is kind of like resting on your eyelid. So when that one kind of like follows your eyelid, then you know that you have the right angle. So I'm just thinking, will it take away too much eye makeup, if you are wearing eye makeup. I don't think it will. It didn't when I used it. But I will say that when you look at an eyelash curler after you have used it, it is always dirty in here. So it does take away a little bit of makeup. So it felt a little bit clumsy on my eyelid, and this one here felt a little bit clumsy as well, but in a different way because it felt too small. So the difference, just to say a little quick thing about one of the other ones, the one from Surratt. If you look at the curve you see here, then you will see it is relatively flat. So if you compare it to this one here, then you have a more flat one here, and it is much more curved for the Japanese version. So maybe you can see that, or you must take my word for it. The thing is that a lot of people say with the Surratt one that you can really get the outer lashes, but I feel that in order to get the outer lashes, then I have to sort of tilt it a little bit. So I press it to this side here, meaning that I only get I make a bend halfway on the lashes here. So for that reason, for my eyes, this is not as good as for example this one here, which is the Shu Uemura, and then you had the Suqqu one here. So they curve much more, and they for my eyes are catching my eyelashes much better. So one thing to keep in mind if you are asking someone about what is the best eyelash curler, then it very much depends on the eyes that you have. How curved are your eyelashes? So that is really like something that is really cheap could be good for someone, simply just because the curve is much a better fit for the eyes, or the eyelashes, the eyelids, if you like. So should we try this one? Yes, I think we should. So I will try it cold first, and then when we have compared those two, we will go in and give them a little bit of a warming so that the curl or the curve will last longer. So here goes. So kind of like you have to, I mean, they are difficult to use, there's no question about that. And so really difficult like that. Give them a light squeeze, and then you can like pump it, so kind of like some firm pumps. You don't want this stuff here to touch your skin, kind of like that. You want it to be like that, also because then you will naturally curl the eyelashes a little bit more upwards. So like that. So that gave a little bit of a curve, but kind of like not something very dramatic. So if we take the other one, but what we would like to look at, of course, is, and I can just have a look in the mirror here, is that did it get it on the outskirts or on the outside here? Well, I think when you are used to, that's what I am, using hot curlers, then seeing something curved like this kind of like is like seeing nothing has happened. So if we take this one here from Shu Uemura, it is, as I said, these here are much more tricky for my hand. If you have a small hand, they might feel big, but for my hand, they feel small. So. Like that. So what I find is a little bit difficult is often the eyelashes, they have a tendency not to just like go nicely outwards and spread out like that, but more kind of like they bend to one side, and usually to that side there. Yeah, so that is the good thing when you are using them when they are hot or when they are warm, because then they are kind of like, you can, if they don't get the curve that you want, you can kind of like hold them in place until they have cooled off, and then they will kind of like stay there much better. So yeah, like that. I don't think, if you look at them now, obviously it is difficult to see exactly because one eye is not completely the same as the other, but you kind of like get a feeling that it looks kind of like relatively similar. So like that. So if I had to choose one, I think they're pretty similar, but I think this is a bit more clumsy and this is a little bit too flimsy. Something in between maybe. I haven't found that yet. So I would say I actually I do like the Suqqu one, but I like the Shu Uemura one as well. But maybe this one here will hold the curve or the heat longer, so it might give a better curve that will last longer. So let's see how that goes. And just to mention something about the heat, you don't need a lot of heat. Kind of like if you have hot running water, you can just put it underneath there and then dry it off very quickly and then use it. That sort of heat is enough, and you don't want to burn your eyelashes or your eyelids, so it shouldn't be that hot. And one little trick is that what you want is that it is this part here that you want to be heated up, and down here as well, so the center part. You don't want these parts out here to be too warm, because that will not really do anything for you, but burn your skin. And particularly if you look at this one here, it seems like, it may be just be me, but it seems like these are a little bit thicker out here than on this one here. But they kind of like take up a lot of heat, so you shouldn't warm them too long. So we just have a quick go. This is the Suqqu one. And then you just make sure that it's not too warm. And yes, it is definitely warm, but nothing dramatic. Kind of like that. And now they're a little bit warm, I can just help them a little bit. And kind of like, you can also hold them up a little bit before they cool off, like that. And then you will see, hopefully you can see a very dramatic difference from this eye to that one there, if you look at them now. Hopefully that is very clear. So if we go in with the Shu Uemura one, and then we heat that one up. Definitely warm. Out. Rather wait that it's too cold and too hot. Voila, like that. Kind of like that. So now we use the Shu Uemura one on this side here, and we use the Suqqu one, Suqqu, I think it was something like that. Japanese is not my strong side. We use it on this side here. So if I come a little bit closer, maybe you can see a difference. Definitely it should look much more dramatic. So can I see a difference? Well, I would say the did I do it exactly the same? Well, this hand is my left hand, this is my right hand. Will there be a difference? Yes, there will. But it is something that is noticeable. I think maybe the Shu Uemura one actually was easier to use somehow, and I think it's because, as I said in the beginning, this is a little bit clumsy, heavy duty stuff thing, where this one might be a little bit more flimsy, but you could also say delicate. Sounds better than flimsy. I think when I use it, I think at the moment I prefer this one here. I think it's easier to maneuver, and this one is. I really don't know why they put all this stuff on top. I think they might have had an idea about it, or maybe it was just because it looked better, different. If you notice, none of the other ones have it. This one doesn't, this one doesn't, and this one doesn't either. So why would they add this top here? Makes no sense, really. Maybe it was a good idea when they made it. I don't know. For that, I would say it is difficult to use, and if you have a more delicate eye than I have, if you are a bit more petite, I would say this must feel very big, very clumsy. It feels very quality and stuff like that. Yes, no doubt about that. It feels very quality-like. And this one here is a bit more flimsy. But I will actually say that personally, I prefer the Shu Uemura one. So yes, that was my verdict on this one here. What I will continue to use is the Shu Uemura one. So yeah. If you would like to see more of this sort of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell, and do all the things you must do in order to be notified when I upload more of this sort of videos. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.